this movie wasn't shown in my intro for Jurassic July. Surprise. The Jurassic Games. If you start off any movie with a quote from George Carlin, you have my attention. The plot. Welcome to the annual Jurassic Games. It is a show where 10 death row inmates attend and fight with each other or massive, breathing, virtual dinosaurs. This year, though, there may be an innocent civilian involved as well as an organization known as the Cavemen, whom are aiming to take the show off air for good. This was a cool movie. These days, I normally do not say that. Usually the big spectacles are trying so hard to be enormous and grand, but the Jurassic Games feels real and polished. In this 86-minute picture, every criminal's backstory is told, pretty much, I think. The characters and credentials and or reasoning for being in the game are specified for the viewing audience who are watching for the game. It is a clever way to introduce and to tell of character development. I'd say this movie is a mix between The Hunger Games and Jurassic Park mixed with a hint of The Purge, with the political views and activists involved. Basically, this flick is a B-movie, but it has it all. It's got dinosaurs, sci-fi, lasers, action, combat, interesting or repulsive characters, and a message. Hell, even the overall motive is interesting. If any of you watch George Carlin, may he rest in peace, you'd know that he is a realist. There is a skit where he talks about the state of American execution. It ties in nicely here. He talked about making public execution that was a fun source of entertainment for the whole family. So there are several moments in this film that show parties of people young and old watching this game. If George Carlin could see this movie today, he'd probably place it above Jurassic Park and say that it's smarter. It's a cool movie with some minor problems. The gore, the effects. One major problem I had with this film was the severe lack of gore. There's a little blood, but none of it comes from any dinosaur attack. The visual effects, on the other hand, are impressive. They look really damn good, actually. With fluent movements and top-notch design, including muscles that shake the skin from underneath, these effects are seriously top of the line for a direct-to-home media release. All the other effects, such as future tech and holograms, are solid too. The motion picture soundtrack, it's okay. Nothing too memorable nor incredible. Still, it works for what this movie is trying to convey in scenes of action and intensity. The sound effects on the dinosaurs are original and quite effective. Despite the lack of gore and some forgettable music, this film worked on so many levels. It is interesting, well acted, intense, visually pleasing, and it has high entertainment value. Even though we didn't get a full-on dinosaur rampage in the real world like I was hoping for, the ending did leave me satisfied enough. The ideas are neat, and it leaves room for a sequel that one day I hope we do get. Overall, I give the Jurassic Games a 4 out of 5. Lion Brian Gatto, host of Horror Show Entertainment. Make sure to like my Facebook page in the description below and to leave comments and subscribe.